Okay, I just think that we will start the lesson and the others will just join us with time and they're just gonna meet up with us as we proceed with the lesson. Hello, Mariama. Happy New Year. How was the short holiday? How did you spend the new year? How did it go for you, for your family?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Um, Thank you. So, how was the new year? Happy New Year. How did it go? How was the
Uh,
holiday?
Happy New Year too. That's not bad. That's fine. I'm so happy to be in 2026, the first one. And I hope this year get me more change and more money, more healthy, and more education. Because um, I hope this year, um, how can I do that? How can I do that? So the word is now for my house. So for right now, I thanks God. So to be in 2026, I'm so happy to be here for this year again.
Hey, that's great. So, it's a good thing. I'm happy to see all of you in 2026. And I believe it's going to be a wonderful year for each and every one of us. Hello, Marie. Happy New Year.
Fatima, Happy New Year too.
Yeah. So, how was the holiday? How did the new year go on your side?
Yeah. Mm,
Mm-hmm. How did the new year go? How was it? How did you enjoy the new year?
I not enjoy a new year because I am sick. Sick.
Oh, sorry about that.
Thank you.
Oh, I hope you feel better now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now.
All right. So just take your medication and eat well and also get a lot of rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be due to stress or maybe when your body is overworked. Sometimes it could be the cause. So just make sure you rest well, you take your medication, and you eat well as well, and drink a lot of water. It's very
Mm,
important. Okay, so this this year, this 2026, um, my desire, my prayer, my wish is that your English gets better and better and better and better. So your English this year has to be the best, okay? It has to be the best English ever. I mean, this year you should be able to teach English. You should be able to teach English to somebody as well. So your English should be that good, okay? And this is a new year. I just want to encourage us to work on our language, um, to do everything that we've been learning for the past months. Okay, all the grammar, the vocabulary, everything we've been learning for the past months. So this year, I just wish that our English really, really gets better. Yeah, so uh, I would equally encourage you to practice English a lot. I'm still coming back to that. Try as much as possible to practice your English a lot. So practice, 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 speak, read aloud. When you see a text in English, you shouldn't read it. You shouldn't just read it to yourself, okay? You should read it aloud. So read it for your ears to hear what you are reading. That's a very, very good way to work on language. So you read for your ears to hear what you are reading. All right. So basically that was just it. And today we will just do corrections of the assessment we had last week. And I just want to ask how it went. Are there any comments that you would like to make as touching the assessment of last week? So anybody has anything to say as touching the assessment?
Yeah, the assessment was okay. It's just we had some problem with the part of easy writing. We could not. It wasn't possible to. It's not possible to write 200 word in the space. Yes, I think you saw this problem and you just send us a mail in a WhatsApp group. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for the next assessment we will do that. So next week we will have a final assessment next week. But we're gonna do it next week Saturday. Next week Saturday we're gonna have a final assessment. So because this session is ending next week Sunday, this next week Sunday is gonna make 3 months of this session. Initially, it was a 6-month course, but we thought it wise to reduce it to 3 months so we can better structure the lessons into levels. Okay, so because during this 3 months, it was just a general class, right? It was just a general class to teach about the basics of the language, some basic things, a basic usage of the language. But we thought it wise to take it just for 3 months instead of the original 6 months that we had planned. And for the next 3 months, it's gonna be done in levels. So the class will be taken now according to levels. So you would actually be able to see where you situate yourself as far as the language is concerned, as far as your speaking, your reading, your writing, your listening is, excuse me, is concerned. So you would definitely have certificates for this first session because you should have a proof to show that you've gone through a 3-month intensive English language course. So you would definitely have certificates. And for that, we will need your names. For the certificates, we will need your names. So I think I'm gonna put a message in the group as well. So we'll need your names. You could email it to me. You could email your names to me. So we just work on the certificates and do that. So next week, the kind of assessment we're gonna have next week, since last week we did a lot of writing, next week we're gonna do a lot of talking and listening. So the final assessment for this class is going to be at the level of speaking and listening. Okay, so you do a lot of talking and a lot of listening. That's going to be done next week, Saturday, not Sunday. It's going to be done next week, Saturday, because Sunday is the last, excuse me, Sunday is the last day of the course. So it's gonna be more of a closing um a class just to conclude. So we can't take the assessment on Sunday, but we're gonna take it on Saturday. So on Sunday you have your final results. So that's how it's gonna be. Um yeah, I think tomorrow I'm gonna repeat the announcements tomorrow and also drop a couple of announcements in the group. I think some announcements have already been done in the group by the team, and we will continue putting more announcements in the WhatsApp group concerning that. So, but I'm just glad that a good number of you have been able to go through at least 2 months of the course, which is good. And it's really commendable. It's very, very good. So we will get into the correction of the assessment. And now, while we do the correction of the assessment, if you have any questions about grammar, about vocabulary, if you have questions that you would like to ask, any clarification you would like to have, just, just voice them out and we will discuss about them. Okay, is that okay? Does anybody have anything to say? Anybody has anything to say?
So, please,
Okay. Sorry?
can you? Yeah, it's like your light is blinking. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening to the light. It just started.
Okay.
I don't know what's causing it because it wasn't a few minutes ago. It was okay. It should be
All right,
something
so
from next door.
all right.
Because sometimes,
Uh,
yeah, I don't know what they have connected.
Maybe can you turn off and some for a few seconds and
I think it's stable now.
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's stable
Uh,
now. Oh,
other thing you said, I think you have a document to share, but I forgot to remind you. I don't know if you remind the document to share.
share what document?
You asked me to remind you to share a document
Last
last
week?
week. Yeah, I think last Sunday. Yeah.
Let me see. The document with adverbs,
Oh, I didn't know which document it is.
I think it's the document with adverbs. Yeah, should be that. Where is the document? All right. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, it was the document with adverbs. Yeah, I had to give you examples of some common commonly used adverbs that you can use every day just to expand your vocabulary. But I think that I would have to send you a document, a comprehensive document with basic grammatical rules and maybe vocabulary. Yeah. Anyways, let me put that down in my notebook. So I'm done. Okay. Okay, let's just move to the corrections of the assessment. So we have section A, grammar. Answer all the questions in the section, present perfect. Write the correct form of the present perfect in the sentences below. So number 1, have you ever been to London? Maybe I should save it as a PDF.
Fatima, please, I have a question before we start to answer the question. Please, can you remember us or for the present perfect, the form? You know, you have the form for the present perfect, right?
Yeah. Okay. Now let's go back to the document I used the last time for the present perfect.
You have the
And
document for that one because I
yeah,
didn't see. Where is it?
I
The-
just wanna open that document so it's easier to.
Please, can you send that for the chat book? The document?
Let me just share it so we
Okay.
know. Okay, now for the present perfect, okay. So this is the form, right? As revision, this is the form. So we have present perfect, I plus have plus eaten plus sushi, or subject plus have or has plus past participle of verb. So for example, I have eaten sushi before. They have seen that movie. He has been to Japan. That is the positive. Now we have the negative. I haven't eaten sushi before. They haven't seen that movie. He hasn't been to Japan. Now we have questions. Have you ever eaten sushi before? Have they ever seen that movie? Has he ever been to Japan? Now you can answer the questions with a yes or a no. Yes, I have eaten sushi before, or no, I haven't eaten sushi before. So that's what you just had to do for the exam.
Okay.
Now, going to since this is the form, okay, I guess this is one of the things that I should send to you, but I would have to modify the document. I can send all of it to you. Now going back to the assessment. Have you ever been to London before? So, here you just had to answer the question the way you want to answer it.
Me.
Can be yes, I have been to London, or no, I haven't been to London. So I'm gonna remove all of those dots and I'll put the answer in red. So you can see, yes, I have been to London, or no, I haven't been to London. So there are two possibilities that you can that you have for this
Okay. So
question.
Fatima, question before we move in here. So we can do yes, I have ever been to London. We can use the ever in the answer. For example,
No, you can not ever, but you can say I have been to London before, or I haven't been to London before. So you can use before, or you just leave it at that. I'm just gonna put the before in brackets. Yeah, so you can use before, and no, I haven't been to London before. Number two, in number two, we had to put the question because number two has the answer. So we had to put the question in number two. Yes, I have eaten sushi before. So the question's gonna be,
have you
yeah,
have
have,
you
yes. Have you ever
eaten
sushi?
sushi before?
No, you can put, have you ever eaten sushi, or have you eaten sushi before?
Okay.
So yes, I have eaten sushi before. Now, number three, you had to put the verb, you had to use the verb in brackets in the present perfect. So what's the answer for number three?
She has gone.
She
Yes.
has
Gone.
gone to school. And we also have number four.
Have the actor
Yeah, have the actors gone? So this one is no. What are we gonna say? No.
They haven't. So it's on the left.
Yeah, no, they
They
haven't.
haven't.
Number five, my relatives organize ceremonies at their home. So what's gonna be the answer? My relatives
You have to change for the organization for the past
In the
participle.
present perfect, yeah. So what are you gonna say? My relatives have organized ceremonies at their home. So basically, that was it for this section, the grammar section for the present perfect. So basically, that was it. Now we move to the prepositions. So fill in the blank spaces with the following prepositions between to, over, through, on. So number one, he jumped. He jumped
To the fence.
over the fence. Number two, the cup
Is
is
on
on the table. Number three, I went.
to see the doctor.
Yeah, I went to see the doctor. Number four, the hospital is
Between
great, is between the park and the
the
mall. And number five,
walk through through the street alone.
yeah, I walked through
The street alone.
the street alone. Okay. Now that's it for prepositions. Now for adverbs. Her English is
Good.
good. She cooks
Terrible.
terribly. She cooks terribly.
We
Number three.
put the dishes away sadly.
Yeah, he put the dishes away tidily. Tidily. Number four, the music was
Beautifully.
no beautiful, not beautifully.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
The music was beautiful. Number five, he spoke
Lovely.
warmly. Yeah. Now we have a vocabulary. We finished with grammar. That was all about the grammar. Now we have section B, vocabulary. Fill the blank spaces with the following: teacher, author, police warden, mechanic, engineer, and secretary. Someone who controls traffic is a
Is warden.
yeah, a police warden.
Warden.
Yeah, it's called a police warden.
Warden.
Now, someone who works in a university.
Teacher.
Yeah, a teacher. Mm-hmm. A teacher. Someone who builds bridges. Someone who,
engineer.
and yeah, an engineer.
Engineer.
Yeah, so here's an engineer, someone who builds bridges. Okay.
Someone who writes books.
Yeah, someone who writes books and
Author.
author. Mhm. And someone who repairs cars is
Mechanic.
mechanic. So that was it for the first part.
Please,
Now,
Fatima, can you please move for the down for the section? I want to take the screenshot. It's not section B, the top, just a little bit on the top.
section B.
Yeah. No, for the preposition. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. Only that one. I don't need all the
Okay.
adverb. Only the adverb.
Okay. But I could still just send the document with the corrections, so you have
Oh, okay.
yeah, so you have all the corrections with you.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Mhm. Okay. Now we have the next one, number 2. Name 5 items in your kitchen. So what items can we have in the kitchen? So 5 items in your kitchen. What's in your kitchen? What do you have in your kitchen?
my kitchen. I have microwave. I have the
Mhm.
stove oven. Or I have the sink. I have the fridge. And I have the shelf. The shelf. Yeah, I have the shelf.
So in a kitchen we can we can have a microwave,
The stove and oven.
yeah, a stove,
Oven.
teapot. Mm-hmm.
Oven.
We can have cutlery. Does everybody know what cutlery is?
Yes.
Okay, so I explained the last time that cutlery is just the name for spoons, forks, teaspoons, dessert forks, table knives. So everything you use to eat, as far as spoons are concerned, is what we call cutlery. Just the spoons and the forks, not the plates, okay? Plates are not part of cutlery. Cutlery just includes only spoons, forks, and all of that. So we have microwave, stove, teapot, we have cutlery, and we have let's change cutlery. Let's put, you said oven. We're gonna put an oven and fridge. All right. So
Can you
name.
write the cuddling? I gotta see.
Hmm?
Cuddling. CU.
Cutlery.
I
Okay,
want
let
to
me
see.
just write it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cutlery. We have
No.
that. We have in a kitchen you can also have a toaster. You have a
Yeah.
dishwasher.
Napkin. I appreciate.
Yeah, there's shelves in the kitchen. Um,
Cupboard.
yeah, cupboards and all of that. Pots can also have pots in the kitchen. So parts of the body.
Head, my head, hair, forehead,
Mm-hmm.
nose,
Okay, let's just take the main parts. So we're gonna take head.
hair,
Yeah, arms.
ears. Come again?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just taking big parts,
Oh,
bigger
one
parts
word.
of the
Okay.
body.
Neck,
Let's say feet, um, shoulders, for example. So there's so many parts. You can put any part you want to put. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So these are just some examples. So, but all the parts you put were
Mm.
correct. All right. Now, um, section C, we have this reading comprehension. I gave a very short passage so we could read and answer questions. So read the following passage and answer the questions below. Do we have, I would like somebody to just read for us.
Yes.
Okay.
The section C, reading comprehension. Read the following passage and answer the question below. I work for a small publishing company in the heart of the city. My full-time job involves editing and proofreading
Mhm.
manuscripts before they go to the print.
So print, just read
Print.
what you do.
Oh, they go to print. As a senior editor, I am in charge of the team of 5 other editors. We work with authors to refine the stories and polish their writing skills. I am also responsible for managing the deadlines
Deadlines.
and ensuring that all projects are completed on time. It can be stressful, but I find it incredible, in, in, incredibly rewarding work. In addition to my main job, I have a part-time job as a reading tutor. I help students improve their writing skills and prepare for exams. On weekends, I volunteer at a local.
It's volunteer.
On weekends, I volunteer at the local library, organizing reading events for children. It's not paid work, but I enjoy giving back to the community. My colleagues often ask how I manage to juggle so many responsibilities. The truth is, I love what I do and find it energy. Sometimes I dream of reading my own novel. I have countless ideas swirling, swirling in my head, waiting to be put on paper. For now, though, I contact with helping others bring their stories to life. It's a full filing area that I love.
Hello, everyone. Today, I have an amazing story for you.
And this is my question for more. Do you know, maybe one day I will see my own book on the shelf. Until then, keep doing what I love, one word at a time.
Yeah, one word at a time. Okay. So,
Can I
we
continue with the question?
okay with the questions. So, what is the text about? So, can you tell us what this text is about? What is this text about? Do we have, let me see if anybody else is there. Karamo.
Yes,
Hello,
teacher.
Karamo. Yeah, Happy
Hello,
New
teacher.
Year.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah,
Hope you're
thank you.
fine.
Happy New Year. Yeah,
Yeah.
how are you?
Karamo, your email, the email you sent to me was empty. I didn't see your essay in the email.
Hey, teacher, I know writing my email.
Why? Huh?
First, I know finish. I know finish.
You didn't put any essay in the email. It was empty.
Yes, I know finish, teacher.
Karamo, you didn't even start. You didn't do it. What
I
happened?
start, I know finish.
Oh, you started, but I didn't see where you started. Or maybe
Teacher, tomorrow.
okay, maybe I should check again, but I
I
didn't
send it
see.
tomorrow.
I checked, I didn't see. It's everywhere is empty, Karamo. Oh. um, See?
Hello?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Teacher, tomorrow. I send it tomorrow.
Okay. I'll be waiting. There is a link in the group, so you can use that link in the group to send it. Please do send it tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Mela, good day. Hello.
Happy New Year, teacher.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to all of my colleagues.
Thank you. Same to you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so I hope the new year was good. Hope the holiday was good.
Yes, it was. Thank you. I hope it was the same for you.
Yeah, it was great on my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you take the assessment last week?
No, I just see the message in the WhatsApp group this afternoon because I will try to send it tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, very early.
Okay. All right. Just use that link. There is a link in the message with the essay topic.
Yeah.
Yes. Have you seen the link in the WhatsApp group?
In the WhatsApp group, I think the link is there, but I just seen the message that was giving a remind to send the exercise tonight.
Yeah, because I haven't been able to really finish because I haven't received everybody's essay. So
Yeah.
I need to receive all the essays before I really do a full correction for everybody. So I haven't done for everybody because I haven't received all the essays, so I'll need to receive them at least before next week, because next week we have another assessment next week, which is going to be speaking. It's going to be more of speaking next week.
So apologize because I'm too late.
That's okay.
I'm so far behind, so I will catch up.
Okay, that's always a way to catch up. Don't worry about that. Yeah, so today we're doing the corrections of last week's assessment. So that's what we're doing. I just saw Karamo, and I wanted to ask him because I received empty emails from him. I didn't see any essays in the email. So I was just waiting to get to him. Okay. So now this is the text we had last week, and who can just tell me what it was all about? So what is the text about? A brief is just to tell me a brief, give me a brief summary. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Okay, a brief summary of the text. So who can tell us what's the text about?
The text is about the man there as editor work, and in his free time he helped student. Yeah. Can I so? Yes, that's what all.
Thank you.
Can you say it again? Wait, Akim, can you say it again? I want to get it well. Akim?
Yes.
Yeah, can you say it one more time, please?
I say the test is about the men who work as editor in a library. Yeah. That's it. The volunteer. And sometimes he work as volunteer to help students.
Are you sure he works in a library? And are you sure it is a he? It can be a woman because the text is I. So it can be a he, it can be a she. And the person doesn't work in the library. The person works for a small publishing company, but
Yes.
they also volunteer at a local library.
Yes. Volunteer. It was a mistake for me. Sorry.
That's okay.
Teacher, I have a question. So you can say, the test talk about someone who work for a small published company in the heart of Syria, only that, and we can. Hello?
Yeah, continue, Mariama.
That one is good if I say the test talk about someone who work for a small public sign company in the heart of Syria. We can say only that one, or we can continue for some time. Is a voluntary for something else, right?
Well, you can continue because if you just talk about that, you've not given all the information. So the text is actually describing someone's job. Because in the text, when you read the text,
Yeah.
we see a description. The person is explaining what they do. So the person says they are in charge of a team, they work with authors, they're responsible for managing deadlines, and all of that. So the person describes their job in a small publishing company as an editor, and also the person has a part-time job as a writing tutor by helping students to improve their writing skills in preparing and prepare for exams. So also the person volunteers at a local library. So basically the text is about someone's professional life. So this is just describing the professional life of an individual. So I'm just going to put it briefly.
Have the short answer. That one
Okay,
is good.
let me put a short answer. So let me just put professional career. So briefly, you can have other explanations, but this is just what the text is about. It's about the author's professional career. So, number 2, what is the writer's main job? What is the writer's main job? This is the text. You can read the text and tell us what is the writer's main job.
Senior editor.
Yeah, the writer is a senior editor. So it's a senior. What am I doing? Oh. Now, and what's the writer's part-time job? What is the writer's part-time job?
His part-time job is a writing tutor.
Writing tutor.
Yeah. Yeah, so writing tutor.
Writing for tutor.
And number 4, what does the writer do on weekends?
I
volunteer
at a local library.
Yeah.
She volunteer.
Yeah, the writer volunteers at the local library. Where is Ibrahima? Ibrahima wasn't there last week for the assessment. Okay. I will send him an email again to ask why he didn't come this week. And the last question, what does the writer dream of doing? So what does the writer dream of doing?
writing his own novel.
Yeah. So the writer dreams of so I'm gonna put writing their own novel. Okay. So now we've come to writing. Using the 5-paragraph model, write an essay of 200 words on the following topic: a day I will never forget. Now, let's look at the 5. Where is that? Let me see. No. I'm looking for that document. Anyways, so using the 5-paragraph model, write an essay of 200 words on the following topic: a day I will never forget. So, an essay has three main parts. Which are the introduction, and the introduction can be the introduction is 1 paragraph. We have the body, which is 2 to 4 paragraphs, or even more. Some people can have 5 paragraphs. Let's put 2 to 5 paragraphs. And the conclusion, which is 1 paragraph. Please, the introduction is 1 paragraph. You cannot have 2 paragraphs for the introduction. Always try to put your introduction in 1 paragraph. It doesn't make sense to have 2 paragraphs as an introduction. Now, the body can have as many paragraphs as you want. It depends on the number of words and on the number of ideas. So here is 1 idea per paragraph. So if you have 5 ideas for the body, you're gonna have 5 paragraphs. If you have 2 ideas, you're gonna have 2 paragraphs. So in an essay, you don't have to mix your ideas, 1 idea per paragraph. And the conclusion, well, it's just to bring a general perspective. It's just to give some general explanations concerning the topic. Yeah. So do we have any questions? I'm typing my own essay. I want to give you a sample of what I did. Where is it? Oh, I've stopped sharing. Sorry. Let me put the sharing back. All right, so this is how your essay is supposed to be. This is how the structure of your essay should be. So all those who have to send me their essays today, please follow this structure. You should have an introduction, 1 paragraph. You have the body. The body can be 2 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs. But since this is a 200-word essay, I recommend you to have just 2 paragraphs for the body, and then we have the conclusion, which is 1 paragraph. So this is a short. All right, so this is a short essay, an example of a day I will never forget. So we have this here is the introduction. So this is introduction. And then this is the body, paragraph 1. Body, paragraph 1. This is body, paragraph 2. And conclusion. So you see, here I just did 2 paragraphs for the body because it's a 200-word essay. But if you're asked to do maybe 350, 400 words, 500 words, then you should do maybe 3 paragraphs. So this is an example, sample essay. There are some days in life that remain in our hearts forever. One day I will never forget is the day I passed my final school examination. So this is what we call the thesis statement. So this is the thesis statement. For many months, I studied very hard, often waking up early and sleeping. I was afraid of failing, but I kept hoping for the best. Now we move to the body. You see, this is the introduction. So, like I said, if I should be able to read your introduction and understand what you're going to be saying in the body, okay, your introduction should give me like an avant-goût of what you're gonna be telling me in the body of your essay. Now for the body, paragraph 1, we have, on the morning the results were released, I felt very nervous. So this is the topic sentence. I felt very nervous. This is one idea. My hands were shaking as I walked to the notice board at school. Many students were already there, shouting with excitement or crying in disappointment. When I finally found my name on the list and saw that I had passed, I could not believe my eyes. I felt a deep sense of joy and relief. So this is one idea. This paragraph is talking about the person's emotions. This is one idea. Now the next paragraph, body paragraph 2, I ran home quickly to tell my family the good news. So you see, this is another idea. The first idea was what the emotions. I was very nervous. Now the second idea is telling the family the good news. So you see, every idea should be in a paragraph. So I ran home quickly to tell my family the good news. They were very proud of me, and my parents thanked God for my success. That evening, we shared a simple meal together and talked happily about the future. Now, for the conclusion, that day changed my life and gave me confidence in myself. It taught me that hard work and patience always bring good results. This is why it is a day I will never forget. So, this is just a simple essay of how you can, a sample of how we can produce this kind of essay. So, any comments, any reactions, any contradictions, any suggestions, anything anybody has to say? Why is everybody so quiet?
That's very good, teacher, but it's very difficult for me to doing that because that's not easy. Sometimes for the writing, how you choose your introduction and the body and the conclusion, sometimes because you have to take the grammar right and the vocabulary, so all that. And because for the introduction, you have to see everything here. Have the body in the introduction and the conclusion. So, for example, if say here, for your example here, there are some day in life that remain in our heart forever, You after that, for the one day, you use how can I use that there? What is that? The name for that one day I will never forget is the day. What is that? The name for that one? This the topic? This the topic, right?
There's a thesis statement. The thesis statement is the main idea of the essay. So what is the essay talking about? So my essay is about the day I passed my final school exam. So and that's the thesis statement. So when you're gonna be reading the essay, you'll be expecting to hear me talk about the day I passed my final school exam. That is the thesis statement.
This the main idea.
Mm.
That's the main idea.
That is the main idea. Well, we all have different ideas. I think for some people, they would never forget is the day they had their visa. For others, the day they had their children. So for me, is the day I passed my final school exam. Now that is the thesis statement is the idea of the AC. Now, from this idea, you will have sub ideas that you develop in the body.
That's why I asked you, what is that? I will never forget. This the topic? What's the name for that one?
This, okay, the topic of the topic is a day I will never forget. That is the topic of the essay I gave. But now the essay should have a thesis statement. A day I will never forget is broad. Is so broad. It's not specific. What is the day you will never forget? Yeah. So you need to be precise. A day I will never forget is just a theme I give. Okay, that's the theme of the AC. But now what is the idea of the AC? You need to specify. The day I will never forget is the day I arrived America. Now that is the idea of the essay. That is the thesis statement.
Okay, I understand now because you can say, for example, for me, one day I will never forget this day when my dad passed away. You can do that, right?
Yeah, that is the idea of your essay. The day you will never forget is the day your dad passed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other questions? Yes, Jonathan. Yeah, Jonathan, you have the floor.
Sorry, I was muted. I would like to say that in the pool we had last week, this issue couldn't fit the space we had.
Yeah, I got to know that later.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's why the idea of emailing came, because I received some emails where everybody, those who send their essays in the email, were now able to actually put the paragraphs, the different paragraphs. Yeah, put the introduction, the body, the conclusion, and all of that. So I think we would for the upcoming sessions, we would work on the poll, maybe to make it contain more characters and all of that. Or even if we don't put it on the poll, we might use another site and just send a link to the Zoom platform, so you just connect to the examination site and answer all the questions.
Fatima, do you receive my essay?
Yes, I did. Your essay was very interesting. You spoke about your child.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. 'Cause
How was
I
it? It was okay, or can you talk
Well, it
about
was
it?
actually very nice. It was very good. Except for some little mistakes. Let's say mistakes in terms of expression. But you really worked on your grammar. Like, your grammar was really better. You tried to um put your verbs in the correct form. Except for some errors of expressions, the AC was okay. It's just that I haven't had all the ACs yet. I haven't that's why I haven't been able to correct everything. So for those who would send today, I'm gonna make comments on, I'll just make all the comments tomorrow, so I can read for those who sent today, or those who will send today. So I'm still waiting, because I received a mail today again. I kept receiving mail, so I just want to receive all at once. Yeah. Yeah, but it was good. It was good. Yeah, what else? What else? Anything else?
So I see something here again after my final school exam. I see this is statement. What is that? Where you put the two? Pourquoi tu as mis des parenthèses entre les deux choses là? C'est quoi? What's that? This,
What? Can you the brackets, the parentheses for thesis statement?
yeah.
No, I just put it in parentheses because it's not part of the essay. I was explaining that this statement here is the thesis statement. It's not, it's just an explanation I was bringing to this this sentence. Let me underline it. This, anyways, let me put it in black. Let me not put it in red. So it's just an explanation, okay? It's the thesis statement. I just wanted to explain something about it. So that's why I put it in parentheses. It's the thesis statement.
You explain, you day, you never forget. You explain that one. That's why you put it down here. Because after that, for many months, so you explain that, you explain your past, your final school exam. That's why you explain that one. That's why you put this statement, because I don't understand that one here.
Okay, the thesis statement is the main idea, is the idea of your AC. The theme of the AC is a day I will never forget. That's the theme. Now, the idea of your AC, because a day I will never forget can be any day, right? Now, which day? The thesis statement now is the idea. One day I will never forget is the day I passed my final school exam.
This main idea.
That is the thesis statement because it has the idea I passed my final school examination. Now, if I give you my essay and I just say a day I will never forget, a day I will never forget, you're gonna ask me the question, what is the day you will never forget? You haven't told me the day. You just keep saying a day I will never forget, but what is the day? So the thesis statement answers the question, what is the day you will never forget? Is the day I passed my examination.
Okay.
So when you be reading my AC, you already know in your head that, okay, in the introduction, she said that the day she will never forget is the day she passed her examination. So that is the idea you're gonna have about my entire essay. And now from that idea, from that main idea, we can have sub ideas that we develop in the body. You can have paragraph 1 for the body, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4. It depends on you. Maybe I should send this document now to the chat box so everybody can have it. I'm going to the chat box right now. What's this? What did I click on? Okay. Oh, all right. I made a mistake. All right, please, everybody just go to the chat box and download the correction of the assessment in the chat box. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Okay, all right. Okay, please just have it. maybe it could even be sent to the group. All right. So I wanted us to watch something. Okay. I don't know how often you watch videos in English, but today I wanted us to watch something to help. It's a story. And why am I putting this story? I'm putting it to help you develop your English vocabulary. That's why. So I'm gonna try to share. So it's actually something that I found. It's a video that I got on the channel. So yeah. How was the story? How was the story?
The story was great and inspired,
Inspiring.
inspiring. Yes.
I think that's, I guess that's what you wanted to say.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it was great and inspiring. So who can give me a brief summary of the story? What was the story all about? So I know that you were following the story attentively.
You say something?
Yes, I said, what is this? What was the story about? I just want you to give me a brief summary of the story, so I know you were following attentively.
Yes, the story was about, let's say, hardworking determination. It's about it, and never give
Mhm.
up of your dream.
Okay, okay, but what's the storyline? What's the storyline?
Okay, the story illustrate what can I say? The story was about Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Leo is a young man with a lot of motivation. Leo had a dream and worked hard to achieve his dream, despite his family was uh, poor. He he, he have to do uh, many sacrifice.
Sacrifices, it's
Yeah,
plural. So many sacrifices.
many sacrifices. As for example, he want to sell broad to move in to go far and get brought to return in another in his village to sell him. Yes, I don't know. I cannot explain, but I I understand. I understand what uh, I listen the story and I cannot do the summarize well.
Okay. But you should be able to listen to something and give me a short summary of what you listened to. It's very important for you to tell me what you heard. What did you listen to? It's very important. You should be able. mm, You should be able to tell me that this happened and there was this, and that. But that's okay. But I think you should work on that. Yeah. Do we have somebody else who would like to try? Like to give it a try? Mm. Why is everybody so quiet? Okay. Nobody wants to give me a summary of the story.
From my side, my connection was bad, and sometime I was not hearing the sound, and I don't know. Maybe if you can listen more, one
You
more
want to
time.
listen? You want to do you want to listen to the story again?
Why not, if possible?
Okay. Um, is that okay for everybody? Marcy, hello. I didn't see Marcy. Hello, Marcy. Is Karamo listening? Okay.
And it will show you that, but also to inspire you. Hello, everyone. Today, I have an amazing story for you. It's not just for your listening practice, but also to inspire you. The story is called Nothing is Free, and it will show you that hard work and determination can change lives. There was a young man named Leo, 20 years old, living in a small, quiet town surrounded by mountains. Leo had big dreams. He wanted to own a chain of restaurants and become a successful entrepreneur. But life wasn't easy for him. Leo's family was struggling financially. His father, Mark, was a mechanic, and his mother, Claire, cleaned houses to make ends meet. Leo's younger sister, Sophie, was just 10 and looked up to him as her hero. One cold evening, Leo sat outside his small house, staring at the stars. He whispered to himself, "I want to give my family a better life. But how do I start when we barely have enough to survive?" The next day, Leo shared his dreams with his father. Mark sighed and said, "Leo, dreams are not free. If you want something, you have to fight for it. Start with what you have, even if it's small." Leo thought deeply about his father's words. Then, an idea struck him. He noticed that in his town, people loved fresh bread but had to travel to a bakery far away. He decided to start selling fresh bread locally. But there was a problem. Leo had no money to buy the bread. He decided to take a chance and approach the bakery's owner, Mr. Anderson. Leo walked miles to meet Mr. Anderson, a grumpy old man who rarely trusted anyone. With confidence, Leo said, "Mr. Anderson, I want to sell your bread in my town, but I don't have money to buy it up front. Can you trust me for 1 week? I will sell the bread, return your money, and keep a small profit." Mr. Anderson raised an eyebrow. "And why should I trust you, young man?" he asked. Leo replied firmly, "Because I am determined, and I will work hard to prove myself." After a long pause, Mr. Anderson said, "All right, I'll give you bread for 1 week. If you fail to pay me back, don't bother coming here again." Leo was thrilled. Early the next morning, he carried the bread back to his town and set up a small stand near the park. He greeted every passerby with energy and a smile, saying, "Fresh bread, warm and delicious." At first, people were hesitant. They didn't know if the bread was good. But Leo offered free samples and soon had his first customer. By the end of the day, he had sold all the bread and made a small profit. That evening, he returned to Mr. Anderson and paid him back. The old man nodded and said, "You kept your word. Come back tomorrow." From then on, Leo worked tirelessly. He woke up at 4 a.m., walked to the bakery, carried bread to his town, and sold it with passion. After 2 months, he had saved enough money to buy a small cart, making it easier to transport more bread. One day, a customer suggested, "Leo, why don't you bake your own bread? You're good at selling, but if you bake, you'll make more profit." This idea excited Leo, but it also scared him. He had never baked anything in his life. This was the moment where Leo realized, nothing is free, not success, not knowledge, not growth. If I want to succeed, I must take risks and learn. Leo couldn't stop thinking about the idea of baking his own bread. If he could bake, he wouldn't have to rely on Mr. Anderson, and his profit would grow. But there was one big problem. He didn't know how to bake. Leo decided to ask Mr. Anderson for help. The next morning, after delivering his payment, Leo said, "Mr. Anderson, can you teach me how to bake?" The old man frowned. "Why should I teach you? If you bake, you won't buy from me anymore. That's bad for my business." Leo looked at him and said, "You're right, but I won't forget the man who gave me my first chance. If I succeed, I'll make sure to help your bakery too." Mr. Anderson thought for a moment, then said, "Fine, but baking isn't easy. It takes time, patience, and hard work. If you're ready for that, I'll teach you." The lessons began early the next morning. Leo arrived at the bakery at 3 a.m. before the sun was up. Mr. Anderson showed him how to mix flour, knead the dough, and bake it perfectly. At first, Leo struggled. His hands hurt from kneading, and his bread came out too hard or too soft. One day, after ruining another batch of bread, Leo sat down, feeling defeated. He said to himself, "Maybe I'm not good enough for this. Maybe I should give up." But then he remembered his father's words. Dreams are not free. He realized that every mistake was teaching him something new. Giving up was not an option. The next day, Leo went back to the bakery with even more determination. He practiced every single step carefully. Slowly, his bread started improving. After 2 weeks, Mr. Anderson handed him a loaf and said, "This is perfect, Leo. You're ready." Leo was overjoyed. He rented a small oven and began baking bread at home. His family was amazed by his hard work. Sophie, his little sister, helped him pack the bread, and his mother made tea for him while he worked late into the night. Soon, Leo wasn't just selling bread. He started making cookies and pastries too. People in the town loved his products. They said, "Leo's bread tastes better than anything we've had before." But success wasn't easy. One day, a new bakery opened in the town, run by a young man named Eric. Eric had a big, fancy shop with colorful signs and decorations. People were curious and started buying from him instead. Leo noticed his sales dropping. He felt scared. What if he lost everything he worked so hard for? But instead of panicking, Leo decided to improve. He listened to his customers and asked, "What do you like about Eric's bakery? What can I do better?" Some said, Eric's shop looks clean and pretty. Others said, his cakes have beautiful designs. Leo realized he needed to grow, not just as a baker, but as a businessman. Using his savings, Leo painted his cart, added bright decorations, and started offering free samples of his new pastries. He even learned how to decorate cakes by watching videos in the library. Slowly, customers returned to him. One evening, an elderly woman came to Leo and said, "I've seen many young men give up when times get hard, but you didn't. That's why we trust you." Her words filled Leo with pride. Months passed, and Leo's business grew. He saved enough money to rent a small shop. It wasn't as big as Eric's, but it was warm and welcoming. He named it Leo's Fresh Bakes. Every morning he woke up before sunrise, baked fresh bread, and opened his shop with a smile. His parents and sister helped him. Sophie, now 11, loved talking to customers, and Claire managed the accounts. But Leo knew this wasn't the end of his journey. He wanted to reach more people, make his family proud, and prove to himself that anything is possible with hard work. Leo's bakery, Leo's Fresh Bakes, was becoming the heart of the town. People loved his fresh bread, cakes, and pastries. Business was growing, and his family was proud of him. But life wasn't done testing Leo. One stormy night, as Leo was closing his shop, he noticed smoke coming from the bakery. He rushed inside and saw that a small fire had started near the oven. He quickly grabbed water and managed to stop the flames, but much of his equipment was damaged. The next morning, when the townspeople heard about the fire, they came to check on him. Some said, "Oh no, what will Leo do now?" Others whispered, "Maybe this is the end for him." Leo felt heartbroken but not defeated. He stood outside his bakery and said, "This is just a challenge. I've faced struggles before, and I will face this too. I won't give up." He took a deep breath and began making a plan. He calculated how much money he had saved and realized it wasn't enough to replace all the equipment. For a moment, fear crept in. But Leo remembered his journey, how he started with nothing but a dream and hard work. Instead of sitting and worrying, Leo asked for help. He approached Mr. Anderson, who had retired, and said, "Sir, I need advice. What would you do if you were me?" Mr. Anderson smiled and said, "Leo, you already know the answer. You've taught yourself that nothing is free. Work harder, believe in yourself, and people will believe in you too." Inspired, Leo decided to rebuild. He didn't wait for someone to rescue him. He started baking at home again with the little equipment he had left. He told his customers, "I won't let you down. I'll keep serving you, even if it's just a small amount for now." The townspeople admired his courage. Many of them started helping him. Some donated ingredients, others gave small amounts of money, and a few offered their time to help him clean and repair the bakery. Leo realized something important. When you work hard and never give up, people notice. They want to help someone who helps themselves. After months of hard work, Leo reopened his bakery. It was better than ever. He painted the walls, added new decorations, and even introduced new items like cupcakes and muffins. His customers were overjoyed. On the day of the grand reopening, the town's mayor came and said, "Leo, you are a true inspiration. You've shown us all that with determination, anything is possible." Leo stood in front of the crowd and said, "I want to thank each one of you. You've taught me that nothing in life is free. Not success, not respect, not love. Everything must be earned with hard work, patience, and persistence. Never let failure stop you. Every challenge is just a step to something greater. From that day, Leo's Bakery didn't just sell bread. It became a symbol of hope. People from other towns started visiting to meet the young man who never gave up. Leo's story teaches us that 1. Dreams are not free. They require hard work and sacrifice. 2. Failure is not the end. It's a chance to learn and grow stronger. 3. Help yourself first. When people see your effort, they will support you. 4. Never give up. The darkest moments are often just before success. Leo didn't just build a bakery. He built a life full of purpose, respect, and pride. And so can you. Whatever your dream is, don't stop chasing it.
Oh, let's just have a brief resume of the story. What's the story about? This is a story that has high moral values and is highly motivational. So what's the story all about?
Yeah, I will try.
Okay.
The story is about Leo dream. Leo was thinking to support his family, and he went to see Anderson. Yeah, he went to see Anderson to take bread from him and go back to sell. And he started with a stand with great techniques of selling. For example, he was giving samples to people to taste his bread before to buy it. And after the stand, he managed to have a cart to improve his selling. And let's say that he managed first to convince the Anderson, the seller of the bread, to give him the bread to go to buy before bringing back the money. And the Anderson gave him 1 week, but I think one day, the same evening, he bring back the money for the first time. So he improved his selling, and after the cart, he opened a shop. And after that, he think about baking himself his bread. And he went back to.
His bread himself.
I didn't hear well, please.
No, okay. He decided to bake his bread by himself.
Yeah. And to do that, you have to go back to Anderson to have the technique to bake himself. And he got the techniques of baking with Anderson. And he go back and open his own bakery, what he called Eric, I think Eric Bread. And he was doing really good bread, and he improved that by baking also not only bread but cookies and things like that. But one night he lost his equipment due to fire, and he was really devastated by the loss of his equipment. But he managed also to reopen a bigger shop after that failure, and he called that shop Leo's Bakery, and he was helped by Sophie and his mom. And at the opening, the mayor of the city was there, and they was really supportive. So, and the lesson we have to learn with the story of Leo is that with hard working and hope, everything is possible. That's what I can say about the story.
Great. So, yeah, the story of Leo is a very inspiring story, and it's a story that encourages us to never give up on our dreams, and it also teaches us that nothing is free. Okay, if you want to achieve something in life, you should go for it, but you should be ready to make sacrifices because you're not just gonna get it like that. All right. You would have to make a lot of sacrifices, and you would even have losses. You would lose so many things. Like in the case of Leo, he lost at some point when he started, he lost some of his equipment. And one other thing that is so amazing about Leo is that he started his dream without any money. He just had an idea. So some people want to start some things, but they're just gonna tell you that, oh, I ain't got money. But in this case, Leo started his business with $0. Like $0. He started a business with no money. He took a risk, and that risk actually was a good thing because he was able to sell bread without buying it, but he made profit. So I can say Leo invested zero, but he had profit. So he was ready to take the risk, and he took that risk, and he made some money. So does anybody have a similar story like that? Maybe a dream that you've been putting on hold because probably you don't have the necessary resources to start, or maybe you know about someone who's been in that kind of situation before. So anybody has something similar to share? Nobody? Or do you have a dream that you wanna realize? You have this vision that you wanna realize, but you have some challenges, you have some difficulties. It seems so difficult for you to actually materialize that dream or that vision. Do we have anybody who finds themselves in that category? Anybody?
Yes, I think life remain a challenge. We we have to make every day challenge to keep our dream living, to achieve what we want, what we want to do. So like if you decide to stand up and go work, it's also be a challenge, a small challenge. Yes. but it's of some for somebody who live abroad, he want to work hard to achieve their dream. Yes, thank you.
Um, that's it. I think that life is all about trying and not giving up. Okay. So in the same light, we are on this platform for English lessons. And sometimes it seems like there is a particular level of English that you want to attain, but it seems so far. It seems so difficult. But you need to put yourself under a lot of pressure, as Leo did. You need to put that challenge, take up that challenge, and decide that by this year, I should be able to teach English. I should be able to also tell somebody that, okay, you can use this and that in English. I should be able to correct someone else's English. One indication of growth is that you're able to teach somebody else. So if you're not able to teach somebody else, it means that you're not growing. Or if you're not able to correct somebody else, it means that you still have a lot of problems with your growth as far as that particular domain or field is concerned. So take up this challenge for every other area of your life and also for these English lessons. Like I said, decide that this year your English is going to be much better. You're going to speak the best English ever. Okay, so just make that a personal objective this year, or just add it to one of your objectives this year. So I just really want to encourage you guys, because we are almost or we are rounding off with this session, but we're definitely going to continue, even though this time around it will be according to levels. And I'm sure we will have different classes, maybe with different hours, but we would structure all of that and let you know. So do we have anybody who wants to add anything else? Any comments? Okay, nobody has anything to say. All right. So yeah, so tomorrow we would still have a class. We will have a class tomorrow, and we will do grammar and vocabulary. It's true we'll do more of vocabulary, but we will do both. And it's going to be a very interactive class. So please, I just want to encourage all of you to join. And if you're in contact with someone who is on this platform and they have not been, sorry, they have not been coming for, or they have not been attending the lessons, just try to contact them so they can attend the lesson, because tomorrow is actually the last lesson we will have for this session, and next week Saturday is the assessment. So the last class or the last lesson will be tomorrow, and next week Saturday will be the final assessment for this session. And like I said, since the last assessment, you did a lot of writing and reading. This time around, you're going to do a lot of speaking and also listening. So, but I'm going to assess you basically on your speaking, and that's going to be done next Saturday. So what I'm going to advise you to do is to practice your speaking this week. Okay, look for English speakers, or even on this platform, if you're in contact with some, of the learners here, you guys can just organize yourselves and have discussions in English to just help you better. You can do research online in English, listen to how people speak good English, watch good TV programs, documentaries, movies. Also, I know Jonathan watches a lot of programs in English. And also, when you're watching programs in English, try to catch some expressions. There are some things that people say in English that you can learn. There are a lot of things I learned from people. All right. Sometimes somebody can be saying something, and I pick an expression from what the person is saying. That is how you build your vocabulary. That's how you build your vocabulary. I do that all the time. There are people who speak English way more than I do. I mean, their English is so impeccable, and I'm just like, wow, I love the way you speak. So I learned from them as well. There are some catchy expressions that they use, and they say something, and I just grab it. I just take it, and tomorrow I start using it, and I just look like this. I'm just like a sort of big genius or intellectual, and yeah, but I learned from somebody. I just picked it from somebody. And and sometimes those kind of expressions um are never forgotten. You hardly forget those kind of expressions when you hear somebody speak, because you're listening to the person speak. You get the context in which the person is using the expression, and you take it and you start applying, you start practicing how to use that same expression. And with time, it stays in you, it becomes part of you, and people start noticing that your English is good. But you when people speak, you should be very, very attentive. You should listen to them, especially people who speak good English, okay? You shouldn't just listen to any kind of person who speaks wrong English. Like, please, there's nothing in English like we was. That's wrong. So it's we were. So you should also know how to identify good English from mediocre English. So not every English is pleasing to the ear. That's just what I want to say. Yeah. Some expressions are very painful for the ears. So please, I really want you to learn the best version of English, whether American, whether Australian, whether British, whether Canadian. But there is a general basic English that you must master. So that is what we are aiming for. Yeah. All right. Okay. So do we have any questions? Does anybody have anything to ask before we conclude for today? Marie, Nella, Jonathan, Karamu, Marcy has been quiet. Akeem, anything to add, to contribute?
I have nothing to add, just so thank you and thank everyone for the great session.
All right. Thank you too for following the session. Has everybody gotten the corrected assessment? I sent it in the chat box, or maybe I should send it in the group so everybody can have it.
Yes, I have it.
Yes, in the group, so if possible, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I think just shortly after the class, I'll just send it so everybody can have it. All right. So thank you all. Thank you so much for attending today. And we will just call it a day. Okay. we'll just call it a day. And I just say, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful evening, have a wonderful night, have a wonderful morning, depending on where you are located in the world. This is a global village, so we have so many countries represented on this platform. So thank you for following today, and please don't forget what we learned or what we revised today. And see you tomorrow at the same time for another intense class. So thank you all.